Let's move on to the accountability around January 6th. It's been months. It's been like 6 months. And so far, we have, voted down a commission, a bipartisan commission to investigate January 6th. And we now have a House commission led by Nancy Pelosi that is trying to be bipartisan to investigate sort of the causes of January 6th. What were the causes of January? What happened? How did that insurrection happen? God, where did these guys get this idea that the election was stolen? Who told them over and over again that it was? Who called a rally and said we're going to march to the Capitol? Yeah, that would be Donald Trump, the entire Republican Party, and the entire right-wing media establishment. It's a lot of people to sue, but Representative Eric Swalwell is attempting to sue some of them. So Eric Swalwell of California is trying to sue Don Trump Jr., Rudy, Just for Men, Giuliani, and Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama, which is interesting that he would call out specifically Mo Brooks because there's, Paul Gosar was involved and Andy Biggs was involved. But Mo Brooks had a very particular role, similar to Rudy Giuliani and Trump, in the specific language. I'm sure you guys remember Giuliani's "We'll have a trial by combat. It'll be nonviolent. With a form of speech. It was. I mean, you can't expect me. Look, I can't. I don't even know what hair dye, the temperature at which hair dye melts. So how do I know that a bunch of armed, crazy QAnon uncles are going to storm the Capitol or not, even though I just said we need a trial by combat? See, I believe in due process. I am a lawyer up until, last week or 2 weeks ago. But when law fails, you trial by combat. See, that's how it works. I believe that was in the bar exam that I did not pass, but I paid someone else to take for me. That is the best Rudy Giuliani you're going to get. Kate McKinnon, suck my titty. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Kate McKinnon. Also suck my titty because that'd be kind of hot. All right. Mo Brooks is being sued by Eric Swalwell. And if you don't remember what his role was, watch this video. You might recognize this woman. She's blah, blah, blah all over the internet. And this is what Mo Brooks did on January 6th. Here's a little bit of a Newsbroke video that we came out with earlier this year. Paul Gosar and Andy Biggs of Arizona all helped pull the event off, and they knew that there would be violence. In fact, they encouraged it. The Arizona Republican Party retweeted Ali, professing that he was willing to give his life to the cause of stopping Joe Biden. Ali is one of the planners. He's like a right-wing little celeb who helped plan the Stop the Steal rally. Adding, he is, are you? Which is the extremist version of, you up, bro? Mo Brooks echoed a similar sentiment when he spoke at the rally itself.
Today is the day American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass.
God, who knew the Gordon Fish Sticks guy got super radicalized? Okay, that's a good joke. Shout out to Gordon Fish Sticks man, who probably is not a QAnon dad. But so we're going to start taking down names and kicking ass. When? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not hypothetically in the future. Today is the day we start taking down names and kicking ass. I feel like that's a call to violence. If I ever heard one, that's a call to action. Kicking ass, taking down names. That dude's never kicked anyone's ass in his lifetime, but I rest my case. Okay, so Eric Swalwell is trying to sue him. In order to sue someone, you have to serve them. You can, I believe when someone tries to sue you, you can opt to not be served. And in this case, I believe that's what Mo Brooks and his wife did. They were like, no, we don't want to be served. Nah, it's not a thing. And it's like, yeah, but just waive getting served, because then someone doesn't physically have to go to your house and serve you this lawsuit that says you incited violence on January 6th that led to, the injury and of many, many, many people, and possibly lead to the death of people as well. Although I know the links have been shoddy, but like when you have a heart attack the day after the insurrection, I'm gonna say that was probably because of the insurrection. Okay. Thank you, Blue Roy, for that super chat. You rock. So I don't know if you guys have seen this footage, but this is the midway point of the story. You have to see how Mo Brooks, representative from Alabama, gets served in his Alabama home. Take a look. So here is his wife. His wife pulls up in like an SUV into the parking lot. And this footage is from, I believe, their home. A car immediately comes in after. Clearly, this is someone that's been waiting to serve. A man gets out. He's got a piece of paper. He runs. We can't see where he's going, right? He goes off camera. The security cam is not covering this. We can imagine something like, how dare you? You get off my property right now. My husband is a patriot. And who are you, you big city lawyer? Okay, so he comes back out. She is following him. You get off my property right now. He's videotaping her. Sadly, she doesn't have any Taylor Swift on her. God damn it. I'm gonna put my body behind you. You can't leave. I'm gonna prevent you from leaving. Okay, fine. I won't prevent you. I don't want you to hit me. She tries to stand behind his car. Then she moves. She's upset. And he just backs out of the driveway, which not an easy driveway to back out of. But like at this point, you can't 3-point turn it. Like, you know, you can't stay that long on someone else's property to 3-point turn. So that is how Mo Brooks got served this lawsuit from Eric Swalwell, which I love that video. And of course, Mo Brooks is, let's see, I'll show you guys this. Franny trying to do all the things. Mo Brooks gets arrest warrant for man who served lawsuit on wife. Great. Solid. God's work, bro. God's work. So obviously that's the scene we just watched. And they're like, you can't, that's not how the law works. I'm going to countersue. Like, no. Okay. Well, how do you think that guy got served the arrest warrant? Clearly, I don't know how any of this works, but it seems just like a very like tag, no backsies, you know? It was just like the tag, no backsies of the law. Of course, today, the news that has sparked all this is that Mo Brooks is saying he can't be sued. You can't sue me. I'm unsuable. So Alabama's Mo Brooks claims he can't be sued over the Capitol riot. Why? Because he is a federal employee. See, here's the thing about law. When you write them, you're absolved from them. Don't you know anything about being a white lawmaker? Like this is literally the dude's argument. Brooks made the argument in a July 2nd filing responding to a suit by fellow member of Congress. Representative Eric Swalwell, a California Democrat, accuses Brooks, former President Donald Trump and others of inciting the deadly Capitol insurrection. But he says that he, quote, represented the interests of his constituency when he challenged the Electoral College vote submittals of the state, whose election processes were less than reliable in the judgment of Brooks. He said in the filing, it makes no difference whether Brooks was right or wrong. What? What? Wait. I was right, but it makes no difference whether Brooks was right or wrong? All right. I don't even get that. By the way, Alabama did go to Trump. I'm not saying Alabama didn't go to Trump. So him saying that he represented the views of his constituents is not wrong. That being said, you are also in the United States and we've got the Electoral College for right or wrong. You know, we can talk about that another day. And 30%, 35% of Alabamans did vote for Biden. So did you represent them? I guess not. Mo Brooks, you weird man caught in a gale of your own BS. Is that why you wear that sort of like Columbia rain jacket all the time? I don't know. How do you bread your fish sticks? Do you hand bread it? What part of the fish does the stick come from? Huh, Gordon? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. All right, you guys, I'm done. Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good.